Well, hook 'em horns. What a game last night. One of the best games of the season. Um, Texas with the huge 27-25 win over Texas A&M in the last game of the rivalry. What a game. I'll tell you what. That was absolutely unbelievable. Case McCoy got the start for Texas, which I think is the right move. I think he's probably should have been starting all year. Texas offense started a little slow. I think it was 6 straight 3-and-outs or something. But Texas defense kept them in the game the whole first half. Texas's defense had a remarkable game. I mean, they've been great all year, but they didn't step it up even more last night. So, like I said, Texas started out slow on offense. They finally picked it up. They had the throw to Shipley, and then he threw it to Irby for the touchdown. But at the half, Texas was down 16-7, so it didn't look great. But Texas came out great in the second half, especially the defense. There was the interception return and the long punt return by, I think it was Conji Diggs. And those two plays kind of propelled Texas, and Texas took the lead 24-16, and then A&M kicked the field goal to go down by 5, and then A&M had the late touchdown drive to go up by 1, 25-24, with I think like a minute 48 left, and then Texas got the ball with a minute 48 left, and they drove it down. They got on, like, I want to say the 20, A&M's 20, with 3 seconds left. Then Justin Tucker came on, boom, field goal's good. Texas wins 27-25. So, hook 'em horns. That was an awesome game, I'll tell you what. Just a great game. I give a lot of credit to Case McCoy because the offense wasn't explosive the whole game. They couldn't run the ball. It was just like a slow offensive game. But McCoy kind of kept them in the game. He didn't have any turnovers. He played well, and obviously well enough for them to win. Malcolm Brown had a great game. He got most of the carries. Cody Johnson had a nice game. He had a touchdown. Had a couple runs on 3rd and 1. I think one on 4th and 1. Cody Johnson had a really nice game. And Texas's defense, what a fantastic game. The line and linebackers in the pass rush, Jeff Coat, Keenan Robinson, the secondary with Diggs and Blake Gideon. Great game by the whole Texas defense. Okafor had a great game. So, and give a lot of credit to Manny Diaz, the new first-year defensive coordinator. He's been good all year. Really, Texas has only had one game, the Oklahoma game, where the defense doesn't play good. And even in that game, the defense wasn't really the problem. Things just kind of spiraled out of control. Don't really want to think about that game right now, but great game by Texas. Go up to 7-4. Got a Big 12 win. Baylor game next week. Win that game, go to 8-4. Got a good bowl game. So, wow, that was an awesome game last night. Texas showed me a lot. They've had a lot of close losses this year. And it's just some tough losses, like the Oklahoma State game. So it's great to see them go on the road and get a win. I think we definitely have to stick with Case McCoy going forward. Actually, he's got talent, but right now I like McCoy starting and playing most of the game. I'm not personally a big fan of it, but if they want Ash to get time, then put him in, for a Wildcat. They did that a couple. Well, it's not really a Wildcat, but I don't really like it. I mean, he's good, but he's not, a running back. They kind of just put him in and had him run right into the line. One of the plays he lost a couple of yards. The other he just got tackled for like a 1-yard gain. It wasn't really successful. And right now Ash is just too turnover prone. he kind of cost us the Oklahoma State game with his interceptions. So I I've been calling for McCoy all year since really the first game, Texas' first game, especially against, I think it was the second game against BYU, where they were down. Garrett Gilbert was still starting and they were playing horrible, and they kind of put McCoy in. He kind of propelled them to win, and then he played great against UCLA. And then for some bizarre reason, they started starting Ash, and it was like, McCoy has played great. Who knows what the season would be like if we would have started McCoy in every game. I think we could have beat Oklahoma State. If McCoy would have played the whole game, who knows what would have happened against Oklahoma. You know, it's frustrating. Could have beat Missouri. We could have beat Kansas State if he would have started the whole game instead of coming in. I think he came in like the third quarter, if I remember right. So, but a great game. So hook 'em horns. That awesome game. That was a great game. And it seems like, I said this after last year and have said this the whole year, but this Texas team has a lot of talent. They have one of the best recruiting classes coming in for next year. And they got a lot of good freshmen. Shipley, McCoy's a sophomore, Malcolm Brown. So we got a lot of talented guys. And I think the defense, continuing with Manny Diaz, is going to be awesome. I think he's been awesome in his first year, kind of putting his system in place. Could you imagine what he's going to do in his second year as he gets his kind of players coming in the recruiting, and the guys get even more familiar with the system, and he kind of figures out the Big 12. Now, Texas has a shot to be right back in the national title race next year. I believe that. We just got to figure out what we're doing at quarterback and the offense. I say stick with Case McCoy. He's a sophomore. Go with him. He's played great all year. Just go with him. Colt McCoy wasn't good in his first year. I think Texas went like 8-5. And Colt McCoy's first year, he then wins the record for most wins by a starting quarterback. He lost that. Kellen Moore took that record this year, but still, Colt McCoy is one of the best quarterbacks in Texas history, if not the best. Maybe, well, you know, it's young, Colt McCoy, but so why are we? I don't understand. Play Case McCoy. It's so frustrating that they've been doing this, but so it was a great game to watch. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I did. Had a nice Shawnee game. They won in the morning. There we go. Shawnee right there. Or there, sorry. And then some good turkey and lasagna. And then some serious Texas football. Big Texas win against A&M. So, hook 'em horns. Awesome win. That was a great win by Bevo. So great job, Texas. Was a little nervous there at halftime, and when Texas took the lead, or Texas A&M took the lead, but we pulled it through. So go Texas. Obviously, there's some good games today coming up. The LSU game in particular. As I said, as an Alabama fan, I want LSU to win, actually. Because if Arkansas wins, there's a three-way tie stuff, and then Alabama could unfairly be left out in that situation. Possibly, I don't think that would happen, but it could possibly happen. So hopefully LSU wins. Didn't think I would be saying that, but it's what the circumstances dictate. So so Roll Tide tomorrow. I talked about all the games yesterday in the show, so have fun today watching the games. Hope you stayed out for the Texas game last night. Great win by Texas. Alright, so see you soon.